Hey guys, I'm very excited about what you see here. This is a rifle I've been wanting for the past several years, and I've been actively searching for the past few months. I've had the money kind of stored away, hoping I would find a good deal on one of these, and that day came a couple days ago for me. I've been really excited. I can't, been hardly able to contain myself, as far as waiting to make a video. I just wanted to share this with you guys. If most of you already know what it is, this is an M1 Carbine. There was about maybe 11 or 12 companies that made them during World War II. This one is an Underwood. Now what's cool about this one is it's got an Underwood receiver, and it also has an Underwood barrel, which I thought was really cool. A lot of times you might, your receiver might not match your barrel, vice versa. But let me see if I can get this to focus on here. I'll check the serial number on this thing, and it's in the 2.8 million range, which this receiver would date to, January of 1944. I don't know if, there it goes. So you got 2.8, and then you got the Flaming Bomb Ordnance there. It'd be date to January of 1944. Which is really cool. And then the barrel, which is going to be down here, it's also an Underwood. I know it's kind of hard to see, but let's see. There you go. Most of it anyways, you can see. Underwood's got the Flaming Bomb Ordnance there, and the barrel is dated to March of 1944. It does have an original GI stock, which, a lot of these weapons, after World War II went through, were re-arsenaled and everything. Parts were replaced and everything. Stocks were replaced. This stock has several cartouches in there. They're just so hard to see. I don't even know if I could get them to pull up for you. See, there's one there. One there. And then it's got different inspector marks and everything. See, right here you got AAM, which is like some kind of a re-arsenal cartouche there, marking there, stamp. See, AAM. Then it's got, so you got the letter P up under here, and then there's a little C underneath it, and then you got an A, and then there's an SA. I mean, there's just stuff all over this thing. Another thing that's cool about this rifle is I didn't see it when I bought it, but I saw it later on, is right here. It's got an AC carved into the bottom of the stock, which I'm guessing would be the soldier, obviously his initials that was issued this. I thought that was really cool. This thing is in overall really good condition, Like I said, I've been wanting one for a long time. I've never shot one. I've seen plenty of videos and everything, and I've handled a lot of them, but I finally got me one, and believe me, I can't wait to get out there and do some shooting with this thing. It's just really awesome. Like I said, I can barely talk. I'm so excited. About crap my pants when I met up with the guy and I saw it, because I hadn't seen any pictures of it, and I drove, honestly, a little over 2-hour round trip to get this thing. It did come with a lot of cool extra little goodies here I was going to share with you as well. Right here, it's got the original oiler, which has got some rust on it. Let me see if I can clean it off. A lot of times you don't see these. It would be down in here in the buttstock with the sling wrapped around it. That's another thing. I'm going to have to get an original sling and an original bayonet. But I thought this was really cool that it did have that. It also came with 690 rounds of ammo, which a lot of it here is surplus from Lake City from the 70s. Then a lot of the rest of it is UMC made by Remington here, with one box. It's not a full box, but of the Wolf steel cased ammo. I'm not a big fan of that, for any of my rifles, any of the calibers. I don't really care for steel case, but I do shoot it sometimes. Just got to kind of be careful with those. I just thought it was awesome. The guy said he had a lot more of this surplus ammo, but a man came and bought it all from him, and he had forgotten that he had this little bit left, so I actually was able to get this with it, the rifle. Then I got all these magazines. I got 10 total magazines, and all but I believe it was 2 of them are GI. There's a couple of them they're aftermarket. I got a few of them loaded up here, loaded up, ready to go. And actually the 7 or 8 that are GI, they're actually all different manufacturers, which I thought was really cool. You know, a lot of manufacturers made these and, you know, made the rifles and everything. I just thought it was cool that, you know, I had a representation of several of the companies that did make them. I'm just really excited about this. I know I've said it a few times, but believe me, guys, this has been years in the making, and I just can't wait to shoot this thing. Some of you might already have one, or it might be on your wish list, and I highly recommend you get one if you're able to. You know, I was starting to get kind of bummed out because all the gun shows I've gone to, gun stores, they're all wanting, you know, like $950, $1,000, $12, $13. And, you know, I consider myself a collector. You know, obviously I am, but, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a high-end collector. You know, a lot of guys spend thousands and thousands of dollars. They want stuff mint condition, you know, never been shot, never been issued. That's not me. You know, I like the dings in the stock. I like the characteristics, you know, the been there, done that look. So, I mean, I'm okay with something, you know, that was never, I mean, that was, you know, was issued and used and dragged in the mud and everything. As long as it's in overall good condition and mostly, you know, complete and original, you know, I'm okay with that. Now, you know, like I said, these did go through like a re-arsenal after World War II. If you notice, it does have the Bayonet Lug on there, which there's been kind of a lot of talk back and forth where the Bayonet Lug was added like late World War II or if it was after World War II. But, you know, the Bayonet Lug was not originally put on this rifle, you know, when it came from, you know, the manufacturer. But like I said, I'm definitely going to have to get me a bayonet now. This thing had a lot of cosmoline all over it, especially, you know, on the metal parts. But I cleaned some of it off. I'm going to have to do a better job of it when I have more time. But I just wanted to make this video for you and show you. This thing is just awesome. Like I said, original stock. It's got that dark, you know, kind of walnut to it, just like my M1 Garand. I'm going to have to make a video of maybe them together, you know, one day. But my goal is, what I'm trying to do is I want to get, you know, several of the American, you know, throughout the wars rifles together, in my collection. You know, I've got the 30-40 Krag, and I've got the M1 Garand, now the M1 Carbine, but now I still want to get a Springfield 03 and a model of 1917. These were the 5 main rifles that I wanted to get. And then, you know, as far as handguns, I would like to have a Colt Army revolver, model 1917, and an original Colt 1911 45, but you know, that stuff's just getting unreal how expensive it is. I mean, there's deals out there to be found. You just gotta be at the right place at the right time. But I haven't even told you, for all of this here, like I said, the rifle, the oiler, 690 rounds, and 10 magazines, I paid $1,000 for it. You know, some might think that's a fair price. Some might think it was a steal. Some might think I overpaid. I believe I did good on it. As far as, you know, where I live, I'm in North Mississippi. You know, there's different areas in the country where, you know, things might be a little bit cheaper or more expensive. You know, what one person thinks is a good deal, another person might think they overpaid it. You know, it's really what you feel, you know, yourself in your heart, you know, what you're willing to pay and what you think's a good deal for yourself. And $1,000 for all this, I believe, you know, was a good deal. Most of this ammo here, you know, a lot of it's, you know, getting up to 50 cents a round. So, you know, I figure I've got probably close to somewhere around $300 in ammo. You know, give or take maybe a little bit, $250 to $300 in ammo. And then, you know, the magazines, like I said, the GI ones, you know, go for more than the aftermarket ones. And like I said, I've got 10 total. Then the rifle. Originally, the man wanted $775 just for the rifle, but he said $1,000 for everything. And, you know, I had the money, so I wasn't going to pass it up. You know, I wasn't going to have, you know, just the rifle with no ammo or no magazines. I got it all together. But like I said, I will get an original sling and, bayonet for it. I do have this ammo box here, but it was one I already had, a World War II ammo box. I've just been trying to keep the ammo, most of it in there. I need to get some more ammo boxes. I got about 14 of them, but most of them are full. But anyways, guys, like I said, I just wanted to share this with you. Like I said, it's a 1944 Underwood M1 Carbine. Like I said, the receiver dates it to January 1944, and the barrel is March 1944. And I believe more than likely they probably came, you know, together originally. Now, as far as the stock, you know, I'm not sure about the stock or not, whether it was made at Underwood or not. You know, a lot of the the cartouches in the stock. It's just so hard to see. It's, you know, so faint. I don't even know if I can get to pull up, but there it goes. You can see a little bit of one in there. But anyways, I just think it was a good deal, and I just can't wait to shoot this thing. I really can't. Hopefully, you know, the weather will cooperate. Me and my buddy can get out there on his uncle's land and do some shooting. It's just been, you know, in the 30s and low and mid 40s here, and just had a lot going on, you know, with work and family life and everything. But anyways, guys, one more thing I wanted to share with you I thought was really cool. My M1 Garand is 2.8 million serial range, which is May of 1944, and the M1 Carbine I have is 2.8 million range, which is also 1944, which, you know, the carbines and the Grands, as far as determining the month and date of manufacture for the serial number on the receiver, is kind of different, but I just thought it was cool. They're both 2.8 million and both 1944. Thought that was really neat, like they went together, you know. That was another reason why I had to get this thing. But anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Many more videos to come. Thank you.